Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Well, actually, it's still good morning. It's 11:50 in the a.m. here. We're by the Reby Moving and Storage here. We'll start it with the Egyptian Revival architecture here. We're on Clark Street. Yeah, bus just passed there. Clark and Fullerton's that way. We're in Lincoln Park. I always go by this building because I live near here. I'm working from home today. I'm starting just a little early here because I want to get to the zoo by noon. And we'll check out the Lincoln Park Zoo. Pretty warm today, 11:50 in the a.m. We got 48 degrees already, 48 degrees here. We'll head down to Clark and Belton. Let me turn on the comments. Hey, Sabrina's Suburban Gardener, Denise, Aisha, thanks for tuning in there. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I figured I'd come on. You know, I was going to walk all the way to the front entrance before I started, but I saw the pharaohs there, and I said, well, we'll start at something, you know. If I start streaming now, people will join in and we'll have more people watching when I start at the zoo there. And I know I often go to the zoo. It's very convenient and easy. The free Lincoln Park Zoo here, Lincoln Park, Chicago, near where I live here. And they have the daycare. The kids they do recess there. It's always so cute to see the kids cross the street and put their hands up, sing a song, so they can hold the rope there and safely cross the street. I didn't realize that went on until I worked from home a lot during the pandemic. We'd see the kids walking by singing their songs. Look at this amazing, this is, oops. Yeah, look at this amazing architecture here. And it's William Sumner Frost. William Sumner Frost was the architect. It's always so hard for me to remember that, William Sumner Frost. Here, let's cross here. We'll cross Belton. We'll show you where we're at here in Lincoln Park. So, hey, thanks for tuning in and welcome to Chicago. Here we're in Lincoln Park. Here's a map. North to the left. So that's the lake. See, we're here. Clark Street. This old Lincoln Park. Here's the zoo. So we're going to go to the zoo. There's the lake. We went by the lake this morning. There's this little park here, Belton and Clark Street. Yeah, there used to be Tower Records in there. We'll head down Belton. We'll head to Lincoln Park. We'll go to the zoo. Della, how you doing there? Good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in, Della. My Aunt Della. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, you're probably getting closer to 60 degrees where you're at. We're 48 degrees. We're going to get up to 55 or 57 today. It's the warmest day I can remember in a long time. At the beginning of January, it's going to get, the rain's going to hit overnight, and that's when it's going to be the warmest. We might get to 57 degrees. I don't know what the record is this time of year, but hope you're enjoying it where you're at. And thanks for tuning in to Chris, Grandma's Corner. Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Krista, Wayne, GMJ, Map, MMap. Thanks everybody. Sheridan, Aisha, Prince, James, O'Neill. Yeah, thanks everybody. Oh, your great-grandmother was named Della. Hey, look, you see that, Della? My Aunt Della. Yeah, Della. Very beautiful name. Let's see. Yeah, so this is Commonwealth at 1 block street. And this is some of the housing, the little balconies on the residential apartment buildings on Belton Street. There, we'll go by the Belton Stratford. We're heading to the Lincoln Park Zoo. Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois. Just before the noon hour. See, there's the kids, they hold the ropes when they cross the street there. Tragically, a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago, I think it was kids like a daycare crossing the street, or it was somebody else, a little girl was killed by an automobile. It happens. And that's why they added so much street calming stuff to Lincoln Park West, because a small preschool kid was struck by a vehicle accidentally. And here, look at this housing here, this apartment building. So here's the Belton Stratford, these luxury hotels. There's, well, I don't want to film the kids there. Awesome looking place there. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Your birthday month, for sure. Have a blizzard. Yeah, Della, yeah, we got January birthdays in the wintertime. Yeah, thanks for reminding me there. And yeah, we're always envious of people that have birthdays in the summer. We got the wintertime birthday, but hey, maybe it'll be an excuse for vacation somewhere warm. It was warm in Texas, so we enjoyed that. Hey, let's head through Lincoln Park. Let's head to the zoo. Animals are good therapy. I know we're going through a traumatic time nationwide here. A house divided against itself cannot stand. We'll see how it goes. Hey, she's taking a picture here. We'll go the Billy Shakespeare statue here. 1893. Here's the William Shakespeare statue in Lincoln Park, Chicago, Illinois. It's where Belton Street meets Lincoln Park West. And there you see the Belton Stratford there. That's why I walked around that where you get that amazing postcard view. Hey, there's the Sears Tower. There's the top of the Sears Tower, Chicago. The sun's trying to burn through those clouds. That's the tip of the Sears Tower here, Chicago, Illinois. We'll head to the zoo. Yeah. Happy New Year. Yeah. ALE, Jen. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm breathing heavy. You gonna make fun of me? You feel better? You feel better like you know? Yeah, I talk loud. I breathe loud. Oh, you like that, right? You like when I breathe loud. Yeah. What else do I do wrong here? So here we'll head through. I'll be quiet here. Yeah, I'm doing okay despite the, it's hard to watch the news. I'm sure we'll get into it eventually. I hope I don't offend my Aunt Della. She probably knows what I think about it. Everybody's already made up their minds. You know, if people were for ICE before this, they'll still be for ICE. If they were against ICE, they'll still be against ICE. It's so tragic that a 37 mother of 3, I did not realize until just now, they keep talking about her partner. I know she was twice married before. She actually has 3 children, had 3 children. And her partner was in the car with her. She was wailing and screaming. I can't believe anybody could shoot somebody in the face in front of their boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, wife, husband, whatever. Their dog was in the back seat of the car. That's details we didn't know. The dog was in the back seat. And you know, it happened so quickly. I mean, I'm sure she was distracted by the ICE officer trying to open her door that had his arm inside her open window. Despite if she was there harassing ICE or not, she didn't see the officer that she tried to get away, and that's the one that killed her. But why did he have to fire 2 shots after he shot her? I guess he wanted to make sure she was dead. I'm not imputing motive on the ICE officer. It's just very strange that he shot twice when he was standing beside the car. I know he felt threatened. His life felt threatened the first one. This will all be litigated in court and haunt us the rest of the year. What a tragic way to start the year. And I know one Golden Nubian, there was a church shooting in Utah that happened yesterday as well, unrelated to this. It's a tragedy on top of tragedy. But I won't dwell on this whole time. I have to air this out. We can't act like we're not living through this stuff that we all see in the news. We'll go to the zoo, the Lincoln Park Zoo. We'll try to look at the animals. Animals are good therapy. It'll give me something to talk about. I'll talk to the animals and try not to get myself into trouble about prejudging stuff. We all don't have the facts. They're going to investigate it. We'll be, but again, our hearts and thoughts go out to the family of Renee Nicole Good, and she had a maiden name, I think, or a different name than Good, probably her family name when she was younger. And her surviving 3 kids, her mother, who put out such a beautiful statement. And whatever it is, it's a tragedy. It's unfortunate. It was unnecessary that it had to happen at all, but I think it was bound to happen inevitably. And I hope the politicians on all sides will tone stuff down, calm people down. We don't want political violence from the left or the right. And we pray for America here. So here, welcome to the Lincoln Park Zoo. If you just joined, we're in Chicago, and we're gonna see, I'm gonna make a beeline over to where the bears are at. So I want to see, the last few times we tried to check out the bears that I assume are still on loan from the Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin Zoo. Here's where the seals are at here. And we'll, such a beautiful, warm day. It's kind of overcast, but 48 degrees in January. We're going to stay outside as much as possible today because there'll be plenty other times when it's cold. We'll go inside the warmer buildings. Look, they took away the stage where they had the ice sculptures. Remember, we went here many times when they had the festival lights. And thanks for tuning in there. Yeah, the New Year is fine so far. As far as we had a good trip to Texas, I can't complain. Getting back in the work groove here. Good to be back in Chicago, sweet home Chicago. I like Texas, but no offense, I wouldn't want to live there. So it's just, I prefer Chicago. My sister loves it. It's beautiful weather in the, well, it's up and down. They had cold snap and then it got warm. There, Regenstein, Joseph Regenstein here. So, hey, Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago. Here's the Landmark Cafe. We got 12:01 on the dot, 48 degrees Fahrenheit. What's that? 10 degrees Celsius. We'll see if the macaques are out. I don't look like they're over here. The macaque monkeys from Japan. Yeah, go Bears. I want to go see if the bears are out. The real grizzly bears, the brown bears that are supposedly still here. I don't know. The last few times I went through, they weren't out. Just like the, hey, they got the waterfall flowing for the macaques, but that's what we're looking for, the macaque monkeys here in the Lincoln Park Zoo. Hey, they might be over here. It looks like everybody's over here. So, hey, there they are. Here's how you doing. Look at they're doing the scientific study. Here they are. They're hugging. Oh, they're hugging. How you doing? Here's the macaques here. Oh, they're hugging. See, they sit on these heated rocks and they hug each other. See, look at the macaques are hugging there. How you doing there?
It's all good, right?
They hug each other for warmth, but it's not that cold today. It's 48 degrees. Oh, they're just sleeping. Here's the macaque monkeys here at Lincoln Park Zoo. How you doing there, monkey? What do you say? You're beautiful. The macaque monkeys. Let's zoom into its face here. Let's see if we can get it. Get one at the glare. How you doing there? Oh, look at the monkey. You're cute. I know people always think they look sad. It's just, you know, it's just how they look. They rock. They hug and rock each other. So if you just joined Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois, it's 48 degrees. 12:02 in the PM here. We're just checking out the macaque monkeys. How you doing there, monkeys? Oh, what do you say? Very nice. Okay, so let's see. Here's they're grooming. So a lot of the big grooming is a big part of their socialization. They're always looking for bugs and lice, and they usually eat them. So either the grooming, the daily grooming, the socialization of macaque monkeys here. Oh yes, itch it out there. See that one? They share. The one groom's one, and then that one goes to grooming that one, looking at the ears there. Isn't that nice? Hey, Naya Papaya there, Margie, Addis, Della. Oh, Della, you like this? Look, you see why I like the zoo. You know where I'm at. You see why you came over here. You see why I like living next to the zoo. These are my pets. You got 48 degrees? Hey, D. Michael there. Thanks for tuning in from the Mojave Desert there. Yeah, they're grooming. They're checking for lice. I always remember when the school nurse used to do that, checking for lice, and they used to calm me down. I tapped in. Oh, look at these. So see how she's doing tests. They're doing scientific tests, and they touch the screen. See, there's a digital screen there, and if they touch, they get they're doing games, and they get a reward. And those younger monkeys are learning how to do it from the mother of the papa here. Look at that. Yeah, see how it touches the screen, and it gets a little piece of carrot or some food pellet there. And the two on the other side, they're like, we want to play. Why can't we play this game? See how it has to grab the they do this for their enrichment. See, and here's the scientists or the zoo personnel here conducting the experiments. Hey, Grandma's Corner, you seeing this? 49 degrees in Ohio. That's not too bad. Yeah, we can learn a few friendly socialization habits. Sometimes they start beating each other up. You know, it's the nature of all interpersonal relationships, animals, humans. But hey, Lincoln Park Zoo. Hey, Lunch Bunch, Christy. Hi, Papaya. D. Michael. 6th, 7th, 8th grade. Yeah, way back in 1900s. Kids think the 1900s are like the 1800s. Hey, birds of prey. There's the vultures. Let's see if the bald eagle's out. Here's the Bird's Eye Grill here, Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois. Thanks for tuning in here, 12:05. We're gonna go see if the bears are out. There's maybe the snowy owl's out. There's the snowy owl. So good. So there, at least the snowy owl's out. We'll check out the snowy owl here. We'll get closer to it. Let's see if we see. There's the bald eagle. See, there's the bald eagle right there. If I go between those branches, there's the bald eagle, Lincoln Park Zoo. How you doing there, eagle? So the reason this eagle's here, its wings were damaged when it was younger, so it can't fly really well. So they've been taking care of it. But the eagles in the wild along the Mississippi, Illinois River, and other areas around the United States are doing much better than they used to be. There's the snowy owl. There's the snowy owl right there. Oh, look at this one. So there's one right there. There's a snowy owl. How you doing there, snowy owl? You winking at me? Yeah, there's two of them. Yeah, look at that. There's snowy owl. Look at that. Snowy owls, Lincoln Park Zoo. Hey, it's looking at us. How you doing there, snowy owl? Oh, it's got. I think one of its eyes is damaged. That's probably why they got it too. These birds were injured, and then they take care of them here, so they're in retirement. Here's the snowy owl. They can turn their heads all the way around. See, look, it's look. How you doing there, owl? He said, "Shut up! I'm trying to sleep. You keep talking." Oops. Hey, we'll let the owls sleep here. There's the bald eagle, Lincoln Park Zoo. Yeah, beautiful. Uzbekistan, how you doing here? Yeah, here's the American bald eagle. Thanks for tuning in. So Benjamin Franklin wanted the national bird to be the turkey, but I guess somebody else went out and said, no, let's make it the bald eagle. It's in this little cave. There's the bald eagle, Lincoln Park Zoo. So hey, let's see if the bears are out. Oh, you forgot to put your eggs in your food there. Yeah, get the Tabasco sauce. Yeah, it's very relaxing. See, animals are therapeutic. That's why I like. Feel very fortunate that I live next to a free zoo. It's not the best zoo in the world, but it's not the worst, and it's pretty nice. Lincoln Park Zoo here, free and open to the public. And hey, the McCormick Birdhouse, we've gone through there before. Here's the vultures. Hey, the vultures and the storks. European white stork, vulture. Look at the vultures. Look how see how the vultures, they can hang out. There's these little regular birds eating their food. And there's the vultures. There, they're looking at you. They spotted us. How you doing there, vultures? They're huge. Yeah, they're looking at those other birds. There's the stork. So they're all in there together. Here's the pig. It's like Pumbaa in Lion King. The Red River hog. See if the Red River hog's out here. Hey, we're gonna see if we see we're gonna go check out the bears. We'll pass by the penguins. We'll see if the penguins are out, and then we'll head past the polar bear and go to see if the brown bears are out. Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois. We got 12:09, 48 degrees. It's really pleasant outside. Yeah, them cricket vultures. Sounds delicious. Hey, thanks everybody tuning in here. So a lot of times we walk through the Regenstein African Journey. I might check that out on the way back. I want to see if the bears are out, because sometimes they'll be out and then I miss them. Like, I want to try them the first time. If they're not out, we'll come back a second time, see if they're out later. Hey, here's one penguin. I see two penguins. Here's the Penguin Rock. Pepper family donated some money. Hey, we got three penguins, four penguins. Hey, we got some penguins. Look how this one's in its little cave. There's the penguins at the Lincoln Park Zoo. I wonder what they think about this 48-degree weather. They said it should be cold now. Why is it not cold? We live in Chicago and it's warm in January. He's got to turn our back on it. Here, this one's looking around there. See how there's like clam shells? These are the penguins at the Lincoln Park Zoo. We caught them swimming around the last time we were here. They do swim around. They got this nice pool. There's the penguins. There's all 4 penguins here, Lincoln Park Zoo. Hey Tom, how you doing there, Tom Bot and Grandma's Corner, Christy, Nazbot, Julie Reed, how you doing there? How warm is it, Julie? It's pretty warm, probably in Texas. Here's we got 48 degrees here in Chicago, Fahrenheit. Hanging out with the penguins. Yeah, let's go see if the bears are out. So Lincoln Park Zoo, zebra. Looks like the zebras, giraffes aren't out. We got the water turned off. Yeah, and really Julie Reed. So let's make a left here. We'll go over see if the polar bear is out. Yeah, the Bears play Green Bay Packers the first round of the playoffs. That's Saturday night at 7 p.m. Central Time Zone, 8 Eastern. So, of course, Bears fans really want to beat Green Bay. We've had a really good season. We got the number 2 seed, home field advantage. We got to take advantage of this. We're not used to being in this position as Bears. We're not even used to being in the playoffs. So we got a good team there. Caleb Williams, the quarterback, always comes back in the fourth quarter. Usually it's too little, too late. We need to score some points like we did against San Francisco in the first 3 quarters. Stay neck and neck and not get so far behind. But we'll see. The comeback Bears, we'll see if their amazing season will continue here. We'll see what happens Saturday night. So this is the veterinary clinic for the zoo. So Ernie, I learned this from my Washington Ernesto Chicago Nuggies. He used to work at the zoo security. And the polar bear is adjusting to the recent arrival of 2 brown bears. We knew this was going to happen. So I noticed when they moved the bears, I guess the Talini, the polar bear, female polar bear, she didn't like the new brown bears. She probably could sense it. I noticed they blocked the viewing so she couldn't see the other ones over there. There used to be 2 polar bears, a male and a female. They temporarily transported the male bear up to on loan to the Madison, Wisconsin zoo, and they want to mate him with another polar bear up there. They tried to mate these 2. She didn't like them, and so here's the brown bear. See how they soaped it up so they can't see each other. Here's the brown bear. There's 2 brown bears. We caught them in the fall, and I haven't seen them since. And we'll walk. Oh, there's another area we can view them. Maybe they might be out, probably not. This is where this used to be all the polar bears' habitat in Lincoln Park Zoo. Yeah, the Hugh Harvest Family Learning Center. I guess they use that for field trips and stuff. This is where the Caldwell Lily Pool, you can see it better in the wintertime. See how there's that council ring? There's a lily pond there. We walk through that when it's open in the summertime. Here we're in the Lincoln Park Zoo. We'll see if the bears are out. No guarantee. Yeah, the bears aren't out. I keep looking for the bears. I thought it would be a good omen if we see the bears before the Bears game, but no dice. But they got a nice waterfall. This is the brown bear habitat. Lincoln Park Zoo. Hey, okay, so here we'll go inside. We'll see if we see the meerkats, and we'll see if we see the giraffes on the inside. Sometimes they feed the giraffes lunch this time. Hey, there's the Lincoln Park Conservatory in front of the Belden Stratford, and we'll sneak into the Regenstein African Journey the back way here. Yeah, Aisha. H-E-E-B. You ever go to the H-E-B grocery store in Texas? Yeah, right. Regenstein African Journey. Yeah, it's a zoo. So there's an area where they can swim, but it doesn't look like they're down there either. So we'll head right to the Lincoln Park Zoo. That's where we're at here. I live in Chicago. I live near the zoo. It's a free zoo. It's easy for me to come over here and get content. And I like hanging out with the animals. These are my pets. I don't have pets because I'm not home enough. But here, we'll see if we can pry open this door. There we go. You gotta have strong fingernails. Come in the back way. They really don't want people going this way, but I went up to see the bears. So if you just joined me in Chicago, this is the Regenstein African Journey. They got fish here. It's supposed to represent Lake Malawi here in Africa. And they got, yeah, look at this. They got all the fish here. Very nice. How you doing? So here we'll see if the meerkats are out here. See, it's supposed to be a Rift Valley lake. All the fish here. Look at that. See if the aardvark's out. So it sounds like they did not see the giraffes in here. They thought the giraffes were outside, but I didn't see the giraffes outside. And yeah, the giraffes are there. So let's see if the meerkats are out. And if they're not out, we'll wait to see if we can get some images of the giraffes here. Hey, there's the little klipspringers. The klipspringers are, we'll see those when we walk through the other side of that rock there. The klipspringers are like the little deer, and they can climb on the rocks. Hey, there's the, how you doing, the meerkats? They're all in the hole there. Okay, you gonna come out and say hello? What do you say, meerkats? I'm glad you peeked your head out your little cave there. I didn't know if you're, hey, how you doing, meerkat? Say hello to YouTube. Hey, how you doing there, meerkat? So I want to come out. I want to stay in my little cave there. Your other friend there. How you doing there, meerkats? You're like Timon. You gonna come out and sit on your termite mound? Maybe if I back up, they'll come out a little bit. You know, let's back up a little bit. Hey, they're coming out. See, look, they're like, we're coming out here. Gonna look around and see if they sound the all clear. I think they can sense that klipspringer's up there. They're see, there's this klipspringer up there, and they're like, where's it at? See how they stand on their haunches? They're like prairie dogs. These are meerkats from Africa, just like Timon in The Lion King. But there's a little group of them here, and then there's a different group of siblings over by the giraffes. Yeah, little Timon, there he is. How you doing there? Let's zoom in. What do you say there? You gonna sing the song Hakuna Matata? Hakuna Matata. Yeah. Well, let's see if your friends are over here. There's the giraffe. Look at the giraffe. Wow. Giraffe's eating the twigs. So hey, we're in luck here. The giraffes are eating their lunch here at Lincoln Park Zoo. How you doing there, giraffe? Yeah, you're munching down there. Look at that. Got the tongue. Look at the giraffe. So where else can you come get this close to a giraffe besides Africa? Hey, Dolores, one golden doobie in there. Kevin. Hey, he's sizing me up. Wants to eat me. So adorable. Yeah, feeding time. They give these twigs to the giraffes. See, there's some meerkats here. These are a different family group. They got to keep them separated because they'd fight otherwise. There's 3 of them in here. Look at this one. Look at this meerkat here. It's look at its tail. How you doing there, meerkats? And look how they're right next. Sometimes we see the giraffe like looking at their look. Yeah, see, they'll look right at the meerkats. It's like their TV. Just like we're looking at the meerkats, the giraffes will be looking at the meerkats too. Like, what are these creatures we live next to? But it's munching on the twigs there. Look at the tongue. Here comes. Oh, it went away. It saw me. So I hope I didn't scare it off. There's the second giraffe. Let's see if it comes back around here. There it is. See, the second giraffe's back in that doorway. There's 2 giraffes. Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois. We got 12:19 in the PM. And it's pretty warm outside. We're inside here. Here, it's going to come back out here. Hopefully it's going to come back out. Let's see if the 2 giraffes will come out at the same time here. Hey, there it is. How you doing there, giraffe? Thanks for coming out. Say hello here. Get some lunch. Walk around. Switch the tail. Yeah, it's going to get some twigs there. So we got meerkats. There's a meerkat right there. 2 giraffes. Lincoln Park Zoo. Yeah, thanks, John. Hey, thanks, John. Thanks for the gift. I just saw that. Appreciate it. Thanks for supporting good content. Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois. Appreciate it. Yeah. Hey, look at these meerkats here climbing around here. Oh, it's digging a hole. Look, it's digging a little hole there. There's the giraffes. Yeah, it's good to see something positive. I had to do the same thing. Every once in a while I have to turn off the news because I'll start yelling at the TV screen. The animals are very therapeutic. And yeah, thanks for being so kind in the comments here. I appreciate it. Hey, there it is. Let's get a close-up of the giraffe here. Licking the rock. You're beautiful. Yeah, I like your tongue there. See, they got those two, they're not really horns. They're not ears. They got those two bumps on their head. They're called something. Somebody told me what they were and I forgot. There's the two giraffes here at Lincoln Park Zoo. I like their spots. I'm seeing spots. Hey, come eat the twigs there. Yeah, munch on it. They chew on their cuds. Imagine having a long neck like that. They can bend it around. Yeah, pictures of the zoo. Thanks for tuning in. Look, they're licking the rocks. Oh, they're scratching the head there. Itch the ear. Yeah, I saw there was a video of just regular domestic cattle, and they gave them a brush to rub their head on, and the cows loved it. They could scratch their ears and their head, and they just spent a lot of time brushing their head on a brush they stuck on a log. Here's the meerkats here. 1, 2. Where's the third one? There's 3. Oh, there they are. Look, they're walking around here. Sometimes they go outside and they run around. So we'll if they go back outside, we'll see if they go outside. Yeah, I think they're going to let them out. So there's a place we can view the outstars here. Here's the meerkats. Look, you can see more of them. So there's 3 of them there. There's 4 of them. There's the meerkats. They're all going back in their little hole, their little cave there. Pete, how you doing there, Hasley? I bet it's warm in Michigan. It's warm here in Chicago. It's 48 degrees. Going to get to the 50s later today. So they don't have the door open, so they're probably not going to let them outside unless they let them out over there. So we'll continue through the Regenstein African journey here, Chicago, Illinois, Lincoln Park Zoo. We'll see if the hippopotamus is out. And the klipspringer we saw, there's the klipspringer. Look at the cute little, they're like baby deer, but they're adults. That's as big as they get, and they can climb on these rocks. Clips in there. They got some guinea fowl birds there. That's what those birds are. And see, klipspringer, red-billed hornbill, crested guinea fowl, blue-bellied roller. And they all, hey, look, there's the 2 klipspringers are up on the mountain there. There's one laying on the left there. Oh, that bird made that noise. Hey, the cute klipspringers. So let's see if the hippopotamus is out. Yeah, actually, it might be too cold for the giraffes, but it's pretty warm. Here's the hippopotamus. Hippopotamus is walking around. Yeah, look at the hippopotamus. Look at that one. There they go. There it goes. Yeah. It's walking along here. There, I'm gonna sit down here. We're gonna. Hey, look at the hippopotamus here. The pygmy hippopotamus here at Lincoln Park Zoo. Look at that. There it is. Here it's coming this way. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. I like how they like walk on the bottom of the water. It's nice. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, the hippopotamus. There it is. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's a water horse. Yeah, that's what it is. They call it. You good? There, it's coming back. It's coming back for more. And so I'm so happy we were seeing the hippopotamus. A lot of times we come here, it's just laying around or sleeping. It's walking back and forth. The hippopotamus here at Lincoln Park Zoo. See, I think the hippopotamus sees the kid running back and forth, so the hippopotamus is running back and forth. Oh, it's great! Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, going back and forth. See, it'll go back. It'll go back. One side to the other. Pacing. Walking on the bottom of the water there. They can hold their breath for a really long time. Pond cow, that's what hippo. The toes, yeah. So hey, let's keep going here. Oh, go ahead. That's great. She's having a great time playing with the hippopotamus. That's awesome. Yeah, it's got little Elmo. See, they got a baby hippopotamus sculpture there. Yeah, they do all this. You know, they make it look like we're in the Tanzanian rainforest here, I guess. Yeah, getting the steps in. The hippopotamus is doing its paces there. So here's where they got the termites. There's a trigger warning if you don't like big insects here. It's like you're in the inside of a rotting tree here, and they got a bunch of, I won't zoom in because I know it creeps people out. You can kind of see all the these are hissing cockroaches, and they're behind glass here. You see they give them some stuff to eat. Lincoln Park Zoo. Madagascar hissing cockroach. Oh, they hiss. I wonder what it sounds like. Here's the crocodile. Let's see if there's a waterfall. Sometimes you got to look under the water. Sometimes it hides under the log. There it is. So there's the leg. So there's it's a little crocodile. You see that? See that leg there? That's the crocodile. It's hiding underneath the water. There's its head. There's its head right there. There's the crocodile, Lincoln Park Zoo. See how it almost looks like the log? And that's why they can stalk their prey. They look like a log, and they go real. West African dwarf crocodile. That's what this is here. So hey, we'll head through. They got waterfalls. This is the Regenstein African Journey here at Lincoln Park Zoo. See, they got all these Diana monkeys and spoonbill birds, and see, you're in here with the birds. And the monkeys are behind the net, but the birds are just flying out here. And they got, look at their food, they got fish and stuff. You hear them, they're talking. Look at the birds. There's a spoonbill. There's a spoonbill bird. Let's see if we can zoom in here. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, you gotta watch out. So we see how when you enter it looks like you're in this bus station or something. So the Regenstein African Journey, they did a good job with the Imagineering here. You got these greenhouses. I like coming here in the wintertime because when it is cold, it's a way to get out of the cold weather. But it's not even cold today. My glasses did not steam up. It's 50 degrees about outside. So we'll go back outside. We'll head to the other side of the zoo. We got a half an hour here, so yeah, it feels pretty warm. It was getting hot in there. Yeah, it's free every day. Lincoln Park Zoo is free every day. It's one of the rare free admission public zoos in the United States. There are a few others, but it's not as big as the Chicago has two zoos. It has the Brookfield Zoo, which is on the western suburbs there. It's much larger. They're renovating it. They're doing construction on it. And this is the Lincoln Park Zoo. This is the one in the city just north of the downtown by the lake in Lincoln Park. That's why it's called the Lincoln Park Zoo. It's been here since the 1860s, or after the Civil War. They started with just 2 swans, and eventually they got a bear. It wasn't hurting any animals at all. It was more like just a menagerie. And then over the years, they started adding more and more animals. They actually got real exhibits. Jane Goodall has come here. She came here last year before she passed away. Pisa Lisa has been here. She knows her zoos there, so they do their best to treat the animals with dignity, and I know not everybody likes zoos, but they do try to do the best they can. And these do, a lot of field trips come here, educational opportunities. It's free zoo, it's for the public, and they do other things too. They have the zoo lights. You do have to pay for the zoo lights. Sometimes they have concerts in the summer. There's the African painted dog there. Sometimes we see them feeding those. Hey, the macaques were out. We already saw it. So we'll head to the southern end. We'll go down and see if the Kangaroos are out, the lions. We'll probably see the pink flamingos. And if we got time, we'll see if the chimpanzees and the gorillas are out. Here's the Bird's Eye Bar and Grill, Lincoln Park Zoo. Nice temperature today, 12:30 on the dot, 50 degrees Fahrenheit, over 10 degrees Celsius, not bad at all. Yeah, through grants, subsidies, and donations, you got it. Yeah, it's a combination of, it's not all taxpayer, it's a well endowed. They have a good Friends of the Zoo. You can join Friends of the Zoo and help support the zoo if you're so inclined. And then there's endowments, and they do, like, they rent it out for weddings, they rent it out for certain events, and I guess they make some revenue that way. Here we'll see if the lions are out here. Yeah, great city, great view. Toronto, it was 38 degrees in Toronto. That was at nighttime, yeah, above freezing. Isn't that amazing for January? This warm weather's pushing all the way up into Canada, unseasonably warm. There's the Park District. We'll head through here. Oops, how you doing? And yeah, we'll see. There's a good view. We'll walk out the broader gate. I'll show you the view from the north end of the South Pond. There's a really good view of this skyline. So here's the lion house. We'll catch that on the way back if we have time. We won't go through the reptile house. I usually save that when it's colder. We go inside. There's greenhouses. There's otters and reptiles and snakes and iguanas and other things in there. The little bush baby. The nocturnal bush baby. Riding her bike at night, isn't that nice? Yeah, we saw people riding, jogging by the lakefront in shorts in January. Here's the waterfall. Everybody's like, where's the snow? I'm like, it's 50 degrees. I know Minneapolis still has snow. I saw that. But Chicago had snow. November and December, it all melted. It's all gone. It's gone, baby, gone. The love is gone. Here's snow leopard. Oh, there it is. It's rare to see the snow leopard out. There's the tail. So let me see if I can get the front of it here. See snow leopard here, Lincoln Park Zoo. Sometimes they walk around. See how they got it's taking a nap. There's the snow leopard, just like a cat, taking a cat nap. We saw the tail there. There's the snow leopard. Maybe it'll be running around when we come back. Who knows? It's flying around. Let's see if the flamingos are out. So they got ducks, and the two swans usually hang out here. That's why I call this the Swan Pond, Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois, United States of America, planet Earth. Hope you're having a good day here. Happy Thursday. Yeah, get a Lincoln Park Zoo membership. Yeah, Friends of the Zoo. It's what's called Friends of the Zoo, Lincoln Park Zoo. I'm sure if you go to their webpage, there's information. I don't know how much it costs. There's probably different tiers. There's different entry levels, whatever you can afford. And yeah, it's a great way, you know. And here's, yeah, there's this bridge. There's a swan. There's a swan right there. It's taking a nap. The swan's taking a nap right next to that duck. There are two swans. Are the flamingos out? Yeah, the flamingos are out. So let's go. See, they got this bridge. There's the reptile house. They got a picnic pavilion over there. There's where the flamingos can go inside. They got some waterfalls. Let's just head around. We'll check out the flamingos. So here, let's go around here. Scotland. Thanks for tuning in from Scotland. That's great. Dougie McLean, every Saturday he's in Scotland. Yeah, so check out Dougie McLean there. He live streams from Scotland. Thanks, D. Michael. That's good information. Yeah, there's good people from all over. Oh, really? Hey, how you doing? Hey, Brian Roy, Chicago. Thanks. That's good. Thanks for saying hello. So here's very nice. So here, Chilean flamingo. So here it is. Here's the flamingos. There it is. Look at that. There's the flamingos. Very nice. Look how nice that is. Stop looking at me, Swan. Yeah, that was from Happy Gilmore, right? That was Happy Gilmore movie. No, it was Billy Madison. It was Billy Madison was the movie that Adam Sandler made before Happy Gilmore. Remember Billy Madison? He had to go all back to school because he never he never did his schoolwork, and so he had to start in kindergarten and go all the way through, and then he had a crush on his teacher, Billy Madison, yeah. And it was, his friends were drunk all the time, and he would go take a bath, and he would talk to the faucet looked like a swan, and he would say, "Stop looking at me, swan." My sister loved that too. She'd be like, "Stop looking at me, swan." So hey, let's see if the kangaroos are out. Billy Madison, yeah. Florida, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in there, Sherry, Denise. Yeah, they're pink from eating the shrimp. The pink flamingos. That's why their plumage matches their food. And yeah, some of the younger ones will be a different color. They'll be like more whitish or lighter pink. Here's Pierre David's deer here. Let's see if the deer's out. I don't see the deer. We'll show you a picture of it. I'll show you this view. There's a really nice view of the Chicago skyline here. We see it sometimes in the morning when we walk here, at night when we go on the bridge there. We'll get the nice postcard view from the north side of the Chicago skyline here, Lincoln Park. Yeah, we miss you. Them hair, mushroom, DHC. You still have snow in West Michigan? Wow. Yeah, you got more lake effect snow. That's why you got so much more lake effect there. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in from Western Michigan. It's beautiful. I've gone to Sleeping Bear Dunes. I've gone to Warren Dunes, and we've driven up along the coast there, going to Traverse City. It's very nice. There it is. So there's still the pond's thawing out. The pond was frozen over. This is the South Pond, Lincoln Park, Chicago. We're looking straight south towards the portion. It's just only a small portion of the Chicago skyline. You can't even see the Sears Tower. And there's the John Hancock on the left. The one Chicago Tower looks taller than the Trump Tower, but the Trump Tower is taller. It's just from the perspective we're at. Look at this beautiful view. So here's the Cafe Briar. And this is North Pond. They have a waterfall, but it's fake. They turned it off. So here, we'll head through here. Nah, Chicago misses you. Vendetta. Good evening. Yeah, thanks for checking out Nature Boardwalk at Lincoln Park Zoo. Here comes the Bigfoot. How you doing? Very nice. So hey, the zoo lights are over. They went to January 4th. They call this the Cafe Briar Gate. Because the Cafe Briar. Let's go see if the kangaroos are out. You're off to physical therapy. Okay, Julie Reed, thanks for keeping it up. I know that's physical therapy. My dad was recovering from his knee surgery. It's sometimes the physical therapy can be just as painful as the original thing. You got to stretch everything out. But hey, good luck with that, Julie. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you. I'm not going to live stream tonight. I think it's going to be rainy and windy. I want to watch the news. I want to get as much information about what's going on in Minneapolis, because I know people are going to ask me questions. It's nature live streaming. You got to keep up to date on news stories. And I got to find out more information about, there was a church shooting in Utah, which one Golden Nubian. I went back and was working on work and looking at other stuff, and I forgot to look into it. I'll have to look into that story as well. So thanks for, I learned a lot of news from doing this. People, they're like, you know who died? This happened. And I'm like, really? Sometimes it'll happen as I'm live streaming, like breaking news. So the Takins are off exhibit. This is usually where they got the Takins. They're like little land mammals here. A lot of times the kangaroos are not out. I'm always disappointed because I like the kangaroos, but I don't often see them out. Yeah, get out while it's nice today. Yeah, it's supposed to start raining about 1 or 2. So if you can get out now, between now and it starts raining, it's going to get up to 57 degrees overnight in Chicago, but it's going to be rainy and windy, because usually when it gets, see the red kangaroo, they're not out. They must be inside. It's not warm enough for them, even though it's 50 degrees. They'd rather be in Australia. I saw a video, there was in Australia, I assume, the woman had an Australian accent. Where else would a kangaroo be running down the sidewalk? There was a kangaroo running through a suburban subdivision in Australia. And the mother, it was a mother kangaroo with the pouch, and it had a little baby. And the baby fell out as the kangaroo was running. and it went over to the woman filming and was sniffing her feet. She goes, "What do I do? This baby kangaroo now thinks I'm her mom, you know." And I hopefully the mother kangaroo came back and got her dingo, or her baby. Now dingo's the dog, I guess. The baby, what's a baby kangaroo called? It's not called a dingo. It's called something else, right? I don't know my Australian animal terms, marsupials. Thanks for the good vibes, yeah. Joey, thank you, ranting raccoon. Yeah, the baby kangaroo's called a Joey. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Everybody knows that. See, Denise and Laura and Carl, thanks a lot. So here, there's the llamas. Oh, these are alpaca. And here, I hear the zebras making noise. So let's get the zebra here. It's talking to us. The zebra was making some noise here. Let's see if we can capture it here. There's the zebra at the Lincoln Park Zoo. Here it is. The zebra was talking to us. Look at those stripes. So we missed it. I heard it making noise. Maybe it'll do it again here. Here's the zebra at the Lincoln Park Zoo showing its best side here. So here, while we're waiting, let's go back and film these alpaca here. England has kangaroos, wallaby live in the wild. Really? I didn't know that. Wow. No problem. So here, let's see if we see. There we go. We'll see if we can get a nice view to the alpaca here. There they are. Look, they're looking at you. Alpaca from South America here. Look at that. I like their hairdos there. Look at that. Chewing their cuds. So they used to have the camels here. Now they got the alpaca. Yeah, the best side of the zebra. We got the best side of the zebra. Scotland's have wallaby on an island? Wow. I didn't know that either. So they're taking down, these are some of the remnants of the Lincoln Park Zoo lights. So that's why they're taking advantage of the warm weather to take down the holiday lights here at the Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois. 12:42, and we got about 50 degrees, amazingly warm day. The zebras eating the food there. It was braying and making a bunch of noise, but here, we'll head around here. There's the zebra. So they got a picnic area over here. They got a peccary. There it is. There's the peccary. Little, what are the peccaries? They're before observing live Chicoan peccaries in 1972, scientists thought this species was extinct. Local Gorari people knew about ones living all along. You see, that's what it is. It's this Chicoan peccary. They live in South America. So they're these little pig-like things. See if we can get a better view of it here. Yeah, they got a picnic area over here. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of animals. We just didn't have any luck with the bears. The brown bears, the grizzly bears weren't out. That's really, there's the, I guess the warm weather brings out all the animals. There's the peccary there. It's eating the log there. See if we can get its face here if we get past this tree. There it is. Peccary. There's too much trees in the way. Who planted all these trees here? I can't even see the animals. Okay, so here's a map. Here's a map of the Lincoln Park Zoo. So we're here. We're at the southern end. See, so this is the south pond. There's where that nice view was. There's where the swans were. The bears, the grizzly bears, are way up there. So we went all the way up there. Now we're down over here. We're gonna go around. So here. Yeah, I don't know what's eating the log. It's licking on the log or something there. Matthew, how you doing there? Cousin Matthew. Yeah, Della was tuning in. I don't know if she's still tuning in. She was tuning in the beginning. How's it going, Matthew? We're having some nice warm weather in Chicago. It's up to 50 degrees. I know it's probably nothing compared to what you're used to in Florida. I hope you're doing well. My dad and I went down to Texas. We had a nice Texas trip, visited Melissa and her family. And it was 80 degrees in Texas over Christmas. And went down to Galveston. You can check out the reruns there. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we're at the zoo. You were born in 72, Denise? Warthog. Here, look, these chimpanzees. Chimpanzees are out. They're outside. See, they're enjoying the warm weather here. So let's see if we can get a view of them here through the glass. Yes. These are the gorillas. These are the great apes here at the Regenstein Center for African Apes. They're outside here. So yeah, we're getting really lucky with the animals here. So usually we see them indoors, especially wintertime. They're out today because it's 50 degrees here, Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois. And hey, they're running around. Let's go over there. Let's see if we can get some views from the other side. Oh, look there. So oh, there it goes. Wow, look at that. It's running. See if it comes over here. It's running back and forth. Wow, they're really active today. So let's see if we get a good show here. Here's the gorillas at the Lincoln Park Zoo. Yeah, just chilling with the chimpanzees and the great apes. See, I think the chimpanzees are over here. I think these are the great apes. Let's see here. Let's go around here. Hey, it's spotted us. How you doing? Look, it's holding on. It's holding on to the branch there. How you doing? Look, it's climbing. What's it gonna do? It's gonna pull down the branch there. Look, it's building a tool. It broke the stick. Oh, it's trying to intimidate that other one. Look at that. Yeah, we're getting some good action today. Thanks for tuning in to Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois. Where's a better way to view this? Let's see. I think that's the best view we're gonna get. So let me go back here. There, they're running around here. Here's the, there, look at this one. It's eating the stick. How you doing there, gorilla? What do you say? You enjoying this weather? I talked to the animals. Just looking at the other one there. There it comes, there it goes. Oh, yeah. They're romping around there. Planet of the Apes. Oh, that's great. They're playing. Hey, there's one over there. There's one way. There's 4 of them. So we sell 4 of them so far. Brand new commercial. Look, oh, they're running over here. Alpha monkey, yeah. So I'm going to try to get over there. Maybe we can get a better view. Here, I want to go through there. I don't really think they want us walking through there, but I'm going to take the risk because I just want to get up here to try to film the gorillas here. Yeah, I don't know if we can see them here or not. They got a really large habitat, as you can see here. The Regenstein Center for African Apes. Let's go inside here. Maybe there's Family Troop. There's all their names. I don't know, you can tell which one is which. Going bananas. They're going bananas. It looks like they're cleaning their cage here. So, Regenstein Center for African Apes, Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois. We got 50 degrees outside, 12:49. I won't spend too much time in here because I got to get back to work. Here it is. Here's the these are the silverbacks. These are the really large ones. Wow. Is that what it's doing? Yeah. We got here just in time. Hey, Andy, you got the box there. How you doing there? Look at that. Wow. So the gorilla's at the Lincoln Park Zoo. It's got its box there. Can you see it? It's kind of hard through the glass. There, it's better that way. Chewin, how you doing there? Yeah, the big boss, silverback. Yeah, it's eating something there. Yeah, it's eating. Picking its nose. How you doing there, Silverback? Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of animals today. It's pretty good. We just didn't see the bears. But this is okay. Hey, let's keep going here. Yeah, how you doing? So, I would love to stick around longer, but I got to get back to work here. Here's another one. Here's another silverback just taking a rest there. Dr. Lester E. Fisher. We got nice displays in here. Regenstein Center for African Apes. Hey, look at this. Here's another silverback, I think. No, I can't tell. It's eating the leaf there. There it's going. It's walking over there. Very nice. So here's the chimpanzees are over here. Chimpanzees are up on the top there. There, they're climbing up. Look at that one climb up there. Chimpanzees here in Lincoln Park Zoo. They're up there playing cards. Oh, they're having a discussion there.
If we had some Chicago people, they would have made it too. We had some weak California, Seattle type.
Look, it's drinking. It's drinking a beer. Here comes one. Oh, it's got a bunch of leaves in its mouth. Look at that. That's a good lunch right there. Munch on some salad. Hey, the chimpanzee troop. There's their name. Cashew, Nana. Hey, it's climbing up the branch here. There it goes. Look, it's going up to its hammock there. It's going to sit in that hammock and eat that salad. Yeah, how you doing there, monkey? That's a chimpanzee. Hey, look at that one up there on the top. It's got a piece of cardboard. What is it doing? It's going to write a book. So hey, let's I gotta head back home. I gotta get to work here, so we'll just see if the lions are out and then I'll head out of here. But we got 12:52. We saw some good action today with the western lowland gorilla here. That's what we saw romping around here. They're still out here. They're all over there. It's just hard to film them. They're further away from the viewing area here. Yeah, we got 12:53, so yeah, you're a different time zone there. Thanks for tuning in. Different time zones. Marmoset monkeys. Yeah. Yeah, the humans, they said, why are the humans fighting all the time? Spider monkeys. We got some gibbons. I mean, the Lincoln Park Zoo has some gibbons, and sometimes they'll do their howls. They're like howler monkeys. They'll do the whoop 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 wah wah. And I used to walk to work through here, and I would hear them in the morning. It was great. But 50 degrees, really pleasant weather here. There's the zebras. Hey, we got two zebras laying down here. How you doing, zebras? Taking a rest, and then this one's eating or something. There's a zebra right there. It's got a bunch of dirt on its back, so it probably is rolling around in the dirt. You got a dirty zebra there. Hey, zebras. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of animals today. It's pretty nice. Yeah, the politicians. I thought the politicians worked for us, but some of the politicians, they act like we work for them. Public servants, yeah, right. Yeah, the water fountain's turned off. But it's a tough job. It's a tough job. All this stuff's tough jobs. Easier said. It's easy to be critical, you know. And I'm certainly do my share of complaining as well. I'm just thankful to be alive. Thankful to be able to walk to this free zoo on my lunch break. Thankful to be able to work from home. It's going to rain tonight, so I won't live stream tonight. You can check out the reruns. I got some more clips to edit out. I want to do an update on the Chicago, the casino there, the Bally's Casino under construction. in River North there, the North Branch Chicago River. We'll walk back by the flamingos here. Yeah, why we make it so tough? You know, we're our own worst enemy. It's like if when things are good, we find a reason to have disagreements. It's just the nature of things. Here's the flamingos, the Chilean flamingos here at Lincoln Park Zoo. Yeah, they're pink because they ate the shrimp. Look at the beautiful flamingos. These are real flamingos. Lincoln Park Zoo. Sometimes they're out in the snow. They always stand on one leg. Eat the little shrimp. Look how they turn their head upside down and filter the water. And drink that muddy water. Muddy Waters. Great blues musician here in Chicago, but is Lincoln Park Zoo. If you ever see them like dance around, they'll all change direction. They do like the flamingo dance. It's not flamenco, it's flamingo. So there's where the gibbons are at. We don't have time to go over there, unfortunately. We'll just briefly see. Hey, there's a service dog. It's the first time I've seen a service dog at the zoo. They usually don't allow dogs in the zoo, but this one's clearly a service dog. So, and the dog's checking out the snow leopard. So I wonder if the snow leopard senses there's a dog outside there, and that dog seems to be really interested in the snow leopard. So let's go up here and see what this looks like. There's the ducks by the swans. There's the swan. There's the swan. Look at that beautiful swan there. Swan Lake. Look at the swan. They can turn their necks, their heads all the way around. There's a swan in Lincoln Park Zoo. There's two of them. Let's see what this dog's doing. It looks like the snow leopard's out. The snow leopard was up sleeping up there. It looks like maybe it's walking around. Let's see if the snow leopard's out. I know I keep saying that over and over again. I'm trying to get up here. Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois, 50 degrees. I'll quiet my voice here. Yeah, look at that. Here's the snow leopard, Lincoln Park Zoo. Thanks for tuning in here. We got January the 8th, 2026. It's amazingly warm. Yeah, this snow leopard sees this dog. There's a service dog here. And the service dog sees the snow leopard. And they're really interested in each other. Look at this beautiful snow leopard here, Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois. We got 50 degrees today. It's really warm. We got 12:57. Yeah, let's see if we can get this with this dog. Look at that. So the dog sees the snow leopard, and they're locked in a gaze there. Look at that. Here's the snow leopard in the Lincoln Park Zoo. Look how beautiful it is. They're checking each other out there. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? So hey, thanks for checking out the the snow leopard. Yeah, the snow leopard it's like wants to chase that dog. And I'm sure the dog was like keeping an eye on that snow leopard. It's a staring contest. Yeah, we'll cut that out. That's amazing that that's going on. That's the first time I've seen a service dog in the Lincoln Park Zoo, because usually they don't allow dogs for obvious reasons. But hey, that dog's fine. Here's the snow leopard, Lincoln Park Zoo. Look how nice this is. Look at that. How you doing? He needs to stare down.
Bo.
Bo. Oh, there's Bo. There's Bo's right there. Look, it's crouching down. It's ready to pounce. Oh, the snow leopard, Lincoln Park Zoo. Look how beautiful it is. It sees this dog right here. So unfortunately, I got to go back to work. I would love to stick around. Yeah, wonderful visit. Thanks, Susan. Thanks, Nia, and D. Michael. Monkeys. Yeah. Oh, let's see. There's only one left. Yeah, we're losing all the monkeys. There's 2 beetles left. Only 1 monkey. We got 4 Rolling Stones. We lost the 5th, Brian Jones, but he died way back in the late 1960s. Here, let's see if the lions are over here. Go ahead. They're gonna check out the lions here too. Here comes everybody's running to check out the lions here. Oh wow! So they got the food. So here's feeding time for the lions. We got to check this out. Look, you see how they have zip? They string up the meat. There's the lions here. They're feeding the lions here at Lincoln Park Zoo. So it might be disturbing to some people, but this is how lions eat. Look at the lions here, the Lincoln Park Zoo. So they got, see, they got, the zookeepers are up there. They put the food on these zip lines. And the lions are probably going to snag it here. There it goes. Yeah.
Это просто они питаются. Я знаю, что они питаются. Что они едят? Скажи. Коза. Коза. Но она уже не едят. Она не едят. Она им нужна для жизни. То, что они едят. Ты что любишь? Вот они любят. Ты любишь стейки? Курицу.
So if you just joined with the Lincoln Park Zoo, Chicago, Illinois, we're just waiting to see if they're gonna eat the food here. There it goes. Oh, there goes the big. Oh yeah, there's the big lion with the mane there. Look at that. Wow. They're playing with their food. So usually the females are the ones that hunt. And that's why that big lion's waiting around there. That's amazing. Look at this.
No!
Oh, let's see if this one's going to come down then. Hey, thanks for tuning in from Canada. That's great here. Hey, he's beautiful. So here we're seeing if these lions are going to eat this. They must not be that hungry. these are well-fed lions. How you doing? Yeah, I'm zooming into the lion there. Isn't that amazing? I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm on YouTube here. How you doing? How you doing? Let's see if the lion. How you doing? Yeah, thanks for doing. So here. Yeah. Let's try to get the lion here eating the food here.
I know. I was hoping for that too.
Oh, they're going away. So here it comes. There's the big lion there. See if it comes down here. Come on. Everybody's cheering on the lion. They want to see it eat the food here.
Come on, buddy.
It's coming down. Here we go. Yeah. There it comes. They must not be hungry. They're just walking right by it. Oh, okay, well, we gave it a try. Go ahead, bud. Yeah, so there's the service dog. See, that was the one that was looking at the snow leopard. So I was really hoping the lions were going to eat the food there, but it's really crowded, and I get nervous when there's field trips and stuff because the kids try to start interacting with my live stream, and the chaperones don't, in no way, I understand. I don't want to film the kids. They don't want me filming the kids. The kids are trying to get on my camera because the kids really they sense because I'm talking to you that I'm live streaming, and then they start waving to the camera instead of looking at the lions, and I'm trying to just film the lions and not them. And then I got to get out of there because people will be like, "Look at this creep." I try not to be a creep. Just filming the. Here's the seals. Here's the seals here, Lincoln Park Zoo. Look at that. So hey, I'm gonna head back to work here. Thanks for checking out the Lincoln Park Zoo. We saw a lot of good animals today. If you missed any part of this, you can check out the reruns. I'll cut out the snow leopard. I'll cut out the gorillas running around there, and maybe some other stuff. We'll post it to YouTube, and we might transfer it over to TikTok. I'm not gonna do a live stream tonight on YouTube or TikTok. It's supposed to rain. Rain's supposed to move in the air. It's supposed to get windy. I want to watch the news tonight, catch up on all the latest stuff happening in Minneapolis. So thanks for tuning in. I'm going to head back to work here. So I'm going to sign off. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, mods. Thanks, everybody else. Thanks, John, for the gift, and everybody else. If I missed your gift or likes or comments, thanks for interacting and supporting my content here. I appreciate it. Brian Really Chicago. Check out the live tab. We got reruns. And we'll see you tomorrow morning, weather permitting. We might head back downtown. So, hey, there's the Schiller statue. There's the geese, and there's the conservatory there. Okay, see you, Lamar, M. Hair, Music, Mushroom, Kef, D. Michael. We'll see everybody there. Yeah, the big tiger, the silent hand, Carla. Thanks for tuning in. Lamar, we'll see you later there. Okay, bye, thank you. Matthew and Della, we'll talk to you later. Okay, bye. Yeah, I try not to be creepy. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for backing me up here. Okay.